Oh, Trump. Well, now he's going to die because he has heart failure and he's trying to make amends.
You think that's what's going on?
He wants Taylor Swift to sing at his funeral so bad.
Do you think that he's trying to make amends with Taylor Swift so that Taylor Swift is pro-Trump?
He wants an invite to her wedding so bad. Trump, you can't make her cake. I'm making it, idiot.
Truth, dare, spin bottles. You know how to ball. I know Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle. Touch me while your bros play Grand Theft Auto. Is true. Swear. Scouts honor. They are talking like this is a proclamation that is a world-changing incident. She did see me in the GQ article for sure. Anyway, moving on from this dumb shit. Let's talk about President Trump reacting to the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce engagement, because that's where we're at now. Yeah, that's right. If you didn't know by now, you know. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are officially engaged. I feel like that was obvious. The writing was on the wall, obviously. It got 5 million likes in 20 minutes. Taylor Swift's Instagram post announcing her engagement to Travis Kelce has gotten over 1.1 million likes in less than 10 minutes, and it got 5 million plus likes in 40. The GirlyPopNation is looking at this as a off ramp. They're holding on to this. They're like, finally, something good in the world. She's not. I don't think she's gonna pick up. What if she doesn't pick up?
Good morning.
Hello, QTCindarella. You're live on the broadcast.
I figured you only call me when you're live.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Of course. I think you thought it was Austin's show. That's the gay one on your other podcast, the one you care less about.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you've heard the news by now.
Yes, of course I've heard the news.
Did you feel a disturbance in the force? Like, is that what happened? Like how?
No, I didn't feel a disturbance in the force, but it is exactly 13 days after the New Heights podcast.
Okay, what does that mean?
13 is Taylor's favorite number, you stupid idiot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's okay. That's good to know. That she got 17 million likes on her Instagram post. Your English teacher and your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
We're so high school.
So what's your feeling on this? And they did a collab post too, which is crazy. I guess that's just how it is.
Yeah, my feelings. You know, I've never been incredibly invested in her relationships. I actually think I haven't. You have ever? It's so crazy. It is insane that you call yourself like a journalist or whatever the fuck you call yourself. I don't know what you do. But how consistent I am in my takes about her relationship, and every single time you laugh.
It's just, it is, okay.
I don't.
That's fine. You're right.
Her relationships are the least interesting thing about her. And, you know, I'm sure, I hope we get to stream the wedding because it'll be fun to watch.
Okay. You hope that they stream the wedding.
Yeah, because then I can restream it and I'll have a lovely time.
That is the most parasocial shit I've ever heard from you in my life.
Is it parasocial or is it a business decision, idiot?
Okay, I think you're coping by masquerading it as a business decision when you, in fact, just simply want to be a part of the process somehow. Because I'm seeing right here in front of me, I am a journalist, okay, obviously. And there's a post from QTCindarella. Let me make the wedding cake, please. It would be the honor of my life. At Taylor Swift 13, at T Kelce, at New Heights Show, at Tree Pain.
Think of my stream making her wedding cake. Just think for 4 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And then think of the TikToks I could make. And then think of me delivering the wedding cake. And then think of Taylor Swift posting a picture of my wedding cake. I will be a millionaire.
Okay. I do genuinely think that you're trying to make this out to be like a calculated business decision when in fact it's just something that you...
Oh, so now you're calling women calculated.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, women can calculate. I'm a feminist. Women are capable of doing math.
Oh, so now you think you're a feminist. Typical.
I do. I do. This is GirlyPopNation you're talking to.
Maybe you should wait for a woman to tell you that.
Well, first of all, this is GirlyPopNation. 30% of my audience is women. So, excuse me. 30% of my Twitch audience is women, by the way. So don't even come for me like that. So
it doesn't mean they agree with what you say. They just like your face.
So how do we feel about this? Because, wait, what? Are you saying that women only care about like how hot I am and not about the takes that I have?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Women
Right,
are
ladies?
capable. Women are okay. They're throwing up cots in the chat. That's crazy. Ladies, what are you doing? don't say yes to that. The fuck?
Told you so.
Okay, that's
They don't even know what you're talking about right now. They have you on mute.
that's misogynistic. Okay. President Trump has reacted to the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce engagement. I just want to give you a little taste of that, and I want your feedback on this.
To ask you a serious question, but
hear it?
I have to tell you the biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Thank you.
I think it's. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
On a
Wait,
serious
did you
note,
literally call her like a bitch?
We
on
want
the
to turn out a
audio?
breaking news.
He did. He did.
Oh, Trump. Well, now he's gonna die because he has heart failure and he's trying to make amends.
You think that's
He
what's
wants
going?
Taylor Swift to sing at his funeral so bad.
Do you think that he's trying to make amends with Taylor Swift so that Taylor Swift is pro Trump?
He wants an invite to her wedding so bad.
I can.
Trump, you can't make her cake. I'm making it, idiot.
Okay, that's cool. Trump in September says, I hate Taylor Swift. Trump 3 weeks ago says, I can't stand her, in parentheses, hate, ... no longer hot. Trump just today
Wow.
says, she's a terrific person. Why do I know all these choice quotes? That's because senior political reporter at CNN, Aaron Blake, posted them. This is a matter of, this is our worlds merging right now. It's becoming a part of political commentary.
I just banned someone in your chat that called me annoying.
Oh yeah, no, go off, Queen, of course. I have another choice
Idiot.
take. I have another choice take for you. I'm just gonna briefly read it out to you instead of make you endure the actual full take, which is 4 minutes long. We'll watch it later. MAGA host Charlie Kirk weighs in on the engagement of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and says, "Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge." How does that make you
Jesus
feel?
Christ. I feel as though Travis Kelce is going to retire this year. And it's very important that, you know, he has some motion. And with the engagement and the wedding, he's going to be, what's it called? The first husband of America, you know? He's America's husband.
The first husband.
Like, you know, like
The first
lady.
gentleman. First gentleman.
Yeah, the first gentleman.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is America's royalty? Like
I
America's
do think
royal
it's
family?
the closest thing we have.
Okay. So you're feeling good about
what's our
all of
other
this.
option? Our other options are the Kardashians.
Yeah, you're feeling good about this. Oh no, I agree. Is right. You're feeling good about everything. I'm feeling a little down. Do you know why I'm feeling a little down about this?
Because you know she'll never date you.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's because
All
I'm a
right.
fucking Gaylor.
Oh, not this.
Yeah. As the head of the Girly Pop Gaylors fan club, I do think that she's doing like a lavender arrangement still, and that her heart is
Okay,
still with
You're on the
Carly.
wrong side of Twitter.
Her heart is still with Carly Claus.
Lavender relationships are a recession indicator. However, I don't think this is one of those because I'm not a psychopath.
Okay, well, I don't like that you're calling out my fan club a bunch of psychopaths. Girly Pop.
Bitch, she can be bi as hell.
Okay. Oh,
She don't have to tell you about it.
so there's still wait. Okay, never mind. This is now you're speaking my language. You're saying that there's still an option out there, that she is still like Gaylor could one day rise again. Gaylors could rise up. Gaylor Nation.
I mean, she said that she was straight, and so unfortunately, it is unhealthy to dissect other people's sexuality. And since she has verbatim said that she was straight, which some of you might not think that, but she has said it in an interview, and that is the only time she's talked about her sexuality. We've got to take that. We've got to walk away with that. We've got to. Oh, I'm a journalist. I believe the press. I believe the direct interviews.
Okay. It says Taylor. People are refreshing the Gaylor subreddit, and trying to figure out how they're responding to it. This
you
new
people?
revelation. I maybe.
Okay, yeah. I figured.
I'm the head of the Girly Pop Gaylors Nation subreddit. So obviously, yes, it is my subreddit.
What do you think of the ring?
I don't know. Is it a nice ring?
What? Have you not looked at it?
I'm looking at it. It says Republicans decimated Medicaid.
What are you talking about?
That's what it says on the ring. I'm looking at it right now.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Look at my stream. You're watching, aren't you?
No, because then I would hear myself. I don't know what decimated it means.
Like destroyed.
Why did her ring do that?
Taylor Swift was bisexual for 35 years and she finally chose #straight, #Alhamdulillah. That's crazy. Okay.
That's crazy.
Wait, where is the ring? Do we have a photo of it? Okay, yeah, it looks big. How much do you think it costs?
You're gonna marry, kiss, or kill me. It's just a game, but really. You know that song's about him?
No, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, it's called So High School. It's actually one of my least favorite songs. But
Okay.
I think that ring. I think I would never wear that ring in my entire life because I would fear for my life wearing a ring that big.
I mean, someone in the chat says she's also rocking a 20K Cartier watch as well on top of the ring.
Jesus.
And the Cartier watch looks matched with the ring, so we are assuming that she saw it already before she put this outfit together, right?
Dude, she's so rich.
How much do you think the ring is?
Like $1 million. I
Um,
don't know why she got one that big. It's so big.
yeah, it looks like a Super Bowl ring.
It's a Whittle gauche, I might say.
Wow. So you think the ring is gauche? Okay.
I think it's just, well, she taught me that word, so I can say it. But it's
Okay.
just so big, man. It takes a whole knuckle.
Yeah, it is a crazy size. I never really thought about it. It's valued at 550 grand.
I think I think they're already married.
Wait, what? Oh, so they were already married. This is just like making it public.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Wow. That's crazy. Wait, why do you think that?
I don't know.
Wait, like there's no evidence for it?
Correct.
Usually your conspiracies, no matter how wackadoo they are about Taylor Swift, are evidence-based.
I have nothing to back this one.
This is just a vibe thing.
Yeah.
I'm trusting you. I'm trusting your vibes on this. Okay, so you think they were married already?
Just if it ever comes out and it's like we were married the whole time, then someone owes me $10.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Even though I
Don't let
believe
me
you,
forget.
I'll give you $10.
Somebody in chat said that Jay-Z and Beyonce are America's royalty. And you know what? We used to think that until we heard about Becky with the good hair. So just saying.
What? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm scared now.
We're saying that that Jay-Z cheated on freaking Beyonce.
Oh, true. Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought you were, I thought
That's
for a
just
second
fucked up.
you were criticizing the other queen, Queen Bey. Okay. Yeah.
No. We love Beyonce.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That's cool.
Low-key, we don't really like Jay-Z.
And athletes famously never cheat. Of course, Travis Kelce would never. I mean, in his shoes, I would be so scared. Like, I would be so scared to step out of line. Are you kidding me? They would kill
royalty
him.
does cheat all the time, so maybe it does actually.
They would kill him.
Yeah, they would know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, QTCindarella, for coming on the broadcast to give us the insider takes. So
You're welcome.
Taylor Nation is excited about it.
Taylor Nation is very excited about the wedding. You can listen to So High School. That's the song that she wrote about Travis Kelce. It's the one where she talks about like getting fingered while he's playing GTA.
Oh shit. That's spicy. Okay.
Yeah. So
wait, I thought that was about someone else.
No, that's Taylor, or that's Travis.
Okay. That's good to know that Travis Kelce likes playing Grand Theft Auto and also fingering Taylor Swift.
You guys only think Taylor writes about breakups. Well, not true. Okay.
She also apparently writes about getting fingered while playing Grand Theft Auto. That's
Exactly.
cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multitasking.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, cutie.
Goodbye.
Bye. Truth, dare, spin bottles. You know how to ball. I know Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle. Touch me while your bros play Grand Theft Auto. Is true. Swear. Scout's honor. You knew what you wanted, and boy, you got her. Brand new, full throttle. You already know, babe. Taylor Swift fucks with Aristotle. Wow, real ball knower. I feel like I'm laughing in the middle of practice. Do that impression you did of your dad again. I'm hearing voice like a madman. Taylor Swift is not for everybody. CBS reporter live reacts to the news.
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. This, come back to me. She just posted it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's huge. The ring is ginormous. This is so exciting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I feel like Paul Revere right now. This is a very exciting moment for me in my professional career because I get to announce that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. As you're talking to Joe Lang, our lovely producer Gabby Ake texted me.
So I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever loved anything this much. Sometimes I feel a little jealous, you know, that like I don't get to participate in these sorts of like community activities. It just makes me feel bad. Like, is there something fucking wrong with me? Like, what the fuck? This fucking sucks. Like, when I see stuff like this, I get like kind of envious.
And said Taylor Swift's engaged, and you can see it right there on her social media. She put it up in that post that they got engaged with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," with a little dynamite sign there. So very exciting here that we get to break that and tell you about that.
All right.
Like, one of the last times I got this excited in like the last couple of months was when I found one of my buddies, when I found out that one of my buddies had actually made it out of Gaza and had actually come to the United States of America. But even then, I don't think it was like this exciting. I feel like, I mean, I got emotional. I teared up a little bit, but that's like not even, I don't know. I wish I could be this excited.
Right, Swifties for life. I have a feeling, though, based on his prior statements, the president will not be having a Taylor Swift wedding in the ballroom. Hopefully that can shift and change. We can have some world peace, right? Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much.
Reed, I volunteer to cover it in case you need. I'll be there to cover it.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
I love Taylor Swift more than I love my dad, and he knows that. That's crazy. Yeah, this is the craziness. Now, obviously, we'll cover the Taylor Swift, engagement stuff in a second, and then we'll get into the Republican reactions that are gross. At least that's within the realm of like excitement for me. Let's take a look.
Here on ABC News Live, it is just developing. It was just put in my hand. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have announced that they are engaged. The Grammy-winning mega pop star and Kansas City Chiefs all-pro tight end announced the news on Instagram just moments ago. Cheers erupted in this studio when they did so. They posted these images that you see on your screen. Kelce down on one knee. The caption reads, quote, "Your..."
Bro, they're talking like this is a proclamation that is a world-changing incident. She did see me in the GQ article for sure. All right, let's get back to this.
English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. This comes less than 2 years after the two went public with their relationship in October of 2023, and just weeks after the singer made an internet-breaking appearance on the Kelce Brothers podcast, New Heights. I guess you can say, as our team scrambled to write as this breaking news developed, quote, I guess you could say Taylor found her love story. Breaking news at this hour here on...
Okay guys, emergency episode of the show because Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just broke the internet with their engagement announcement, and I have a few reasons why you need to care, even if you're a guy, even if you are not a Swiftie. So for some context, some recap, just a few hours ago, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, they did a collabed post on Instagram. They posted photos from the proposal. They said your favorite English teacher and your favorite gym teacher just got engaged. It was very sweet. Everything's lovely. The ring is beautiful. We'll get into that later. That's not part of the cultural conversation, but if you're interested in that, I do have some details. Anyway, they announced this and the world just exploded. Like, the internet came to a screeching halt. I was seeing posts on X from people being like, oh my God, Fox News just cut away from a cabinet meeting to say Taylor Swift is officially engaged. This is how big it is. And I made the joke on X and I said, if there was ever a time for a politician to release a...
You know what I feel like right now? You know how like sometimes you'll see like a Twitter post from like I don't know, like Pop Icon or whatever, one of those accounts, right? And it'll be like Smeagol is getting a divorce from or is no longer dating Pumperdink, and you're like, who the fuck are these people? And then you like look into it a little bit, and they have like 17 million loyal followers or whatever. And you're like, I am so not tapped into whatever the is going on here. That's kind of how I feel about this stuff. Fox News cut away from Trump to cover it is an insane statement. Like, it's not like Iran is striking Tel Aviv. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Taylor Swift getting engaged. And the very fact that people are this locked into it and this tapped into it, like, this is a tremendous world-changing event for so many people. I don't know. It just confuses me a little bit. It makes me feel like people are desperate for a sense of community and they're just never going to reach it from anything else. So they're hyper invested in this kind of stuff because it takes away from the monotony of daily existence and the cruelty that they withstand under the structural violence of poverty. And for a brief moment, they get to feel like something good is happening in the world. Or maybe it's not that deep. I don't know. Maybe it's not that deep at all. Maybe I'm reading too into it because I see like the level of reaction. Because like anytime Taylor Swift, does anything, it's just like CBS News, Good Morning America, NBC, everyone is covering it. And I'm always like, what is going on? But yeah, my analysis here isn't necessarily about, the incident, the engagement in and of itself, but more so the way that we look at celebrity worship and the way that we cover these sorts of things in mainstream news.
Story to the press that they don't really want to get any traction on. If they want to like quietly release everything they know about Epstein, now would be the time because nobody else cares. Every single brand, every single mainstream media outlet, every single, publication, everybody, including myself, is focusing on Taylor Swift. That is how massive this is. Sorry guys, I can't even speak. There is so much going on. But you have like Buffalo Wild Wings, you have Culver's, like all of these random restaurants and big corporate accounts tweeting, being like, we'll cater the wedding, we'll cater the engagement. Like everybody is 100% focused on this. And I think that this is, for a couple of reasons. Number one, Taylor Swift is like the biggest pop star in the entire world right now. You have women that care about her and that are interested in her and her marriage and her engagement. Travis Kelce is also wildly famous and popular around, American men, people who care about football. Alex and I were eating lunch. He picked up his phone and his fantasy football app had literally been like, guys, special announcement, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged. So it is literally everywhere. But also I do think that this speaks to a broader conversation about love and marriage in 2025, specifically on the topic of forever boyfriends, because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift just got engaged after 2 years of dating. And that might seem like normal in the grand scheme of things, but in 2025, when you go on social media and you see girls that have been with their boyfriends for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, that are still waiting on an engagement, that are these like forever girlfriends, this kind of relationship can seem like an anomaly. And Taylor Swift basically just blew up that entire idea that you have to be a forever girlfriend in order to get the ring. That is just not true. Because if we think about her previous relationship with Joe Alwyn, she was with that man for 7 years. And there have been rumors that she was like actually engaged to him, but it was really private, but he was this like artsy, like deep actor, all of these things.
Yeah, I think like there is, I think people are overemphasizing how much of a societal impact this will have. I will go so far as to say that the real significant hurdle for marriage for many young people in the United States of America as it stands, is not necessarily, the traditionalist society losing their way and not caring or respecting the institution of marriage anymore. It's just money. And that financial imperative, that financial hurdle is too hard to overcome simply because Taylor Swift got engaged.
Wanted his privacy, wanted her to hide the relationship. She was like not in the public eye for 7 years straight, and basically dragged her along in that relationship. And I'm not just saying that because I'm speculating. Like, this is what she wrote about in one of her previous albums. In her song You're Losing Me, she said, like, I gave all of my youth for free to you. In So Long London, I believe that she wrote something very similar. Those two lines, sometimes I get confused, but she wrote about this at length, saying, like, I gave you all of my great years and you took advantage of that. Like, I poured so much into this relationship, just waiting, like hanging on. In So Long London, she writes about, like, clenching onto the relationship, like white knuckling it, being like, I'm not going down with the ship, I'm not abandoning it. And then 7 years later, getting nothing back and realizing I've just like let my life be on hold and I've been waiting for this person who doesn't want to commit to me. Anyway, that was her previous relationship. She was the forever girlfriend. She moves on. She meets this incredible guy who comes to her concert, who literally has like a friendship bracelet with his number on it, who was publicly making these huge declarations of love, which she said in her recent podcast episode with him and Jason. She was saying,
how is it legal to marry this person? I just gave a squarely a paise of bread and it straight smashed all of it. I had no idea they ate bread like that. Haha, hashtag crazy. I think, someone said, just imagine, he got 14 more years of brain injuries now. I don't mind that, you know. The fellas can have a little bit of a life-changing brain injury as a treat, okay? That should not take something away from them.
like, this is the kind of love that I've written about for 15 years. Like, I've wanted a guy to like show up with a boombox and be like, I love you, I want to be with you. And that's basically what Travis did. And they've had this like amazing love affair over the last 2 years. And now they're engaged, you know.
The very fact that the worst thing you can pull up from 2011 Twitter for a white guy who, you know, gets head injuries professionally, the very fact that that's the worst tweet you can pull up means that Travis Kelce is a fucking saint. Okay? I'll say that much. White boys in 2011 Twitter were slinging far worse than feeding squirrelies pieces of bread. Okay? They were slinging something entirely different. That's all I'm going to say on that.
A fraction of the time that she was in that relationship with Joe Alwyn. So that's one part of it. So you do not need to be a forever girlfriend if you are in a relationship like that. I'm sure that the guys are like, oh my God, I need to go buy a ring. Girls are rethinking everything, which brings me to the next point of why this engagement is so relevant and important right now. And it's because I don't know if there are any hard studies on this. I don't think that there are, but celebrity relationships and celebrity marriages play a huge role in the cultural tone of an era. Like, think about David Beckham and Victoria Beckham and their wedding. Think about...
No. I don't think it's that deep. I think she's like trying to turn this into like a right-wing traditionalist pro-marriage argument where she's trying to say like, oh, everyone's going to get married now, that type of shit, right? And I don't think so. Like I said, I mean, will this lead to an increase in engagements? Maybe. But I think that the real hurdle in front of younger people getting married right now is, one, young men are not fucking, okay? They are not. They're moving away from that. That's number one. Number two, everybody's too broke. Okay? Everybody's just far too fucking broke. What do you mean? Starting a family? Who's got time or money for that? That's an investment.
You know, Princess Kate and Prince William and their wedding. That was huge. The royal wedding was talked about for years. Just, you know, a couple of years ago, we had Sophia Richie's wedding, which basically made so many women, you know, decide that they wanted to get married and have kids, that they wanted to stop dressing like hoes and be classy. She like ushered in this like quiet, luxury, modest type of fashion. Like, these relationships, these weddings, these marriages, they have the power to change culture. And if you think that Taylor Swift getting married, being engaged, being in a long-term relationship is not going to do that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is the end-all be-all for women around the world right now. I was about to say women in America, but really around the world right now. And you might think that this is kind of ridiculous, but she is signaling that marriage is something to strive for, that love is worth seeking out, that you...
What? Bro, it's just like a normal component. What are we talking about? Like, I feel like these guys believe the hysteria that they cultivate. I'm not even kidding when I say right-wingers genuinely hallucinate an alternative reality and then they get freaked out by said hallucination. At what point is there a serious initiative to be like, fuck marriage? Like, no, people, they fall in love and they get married is normal. It's like the most normal thing, okay? And then they get divorced. That's also normal in America, especially. Like this is not like a bold stance that Taylor Swift has taken to relitigate and revitalize the traditional institution of marriage. What do you mean? You made that up. You made the first part up.
Should wait for an amazing guy that you should, follow that institution, and seek that commitment, I guess is what.
Yeah, Taylor Swift had a sandwich today, reinforcing the institution of lunch. Taylor Swift had a nice little treat in between her lunch, reinforcing that institution too, that treats are good sometimes. It's like, no, it's just like what people do, I'm
trying to say. And so I'll be interested to see what comes from this. I doubt that they're going to do some huge elaborate wedding. I feel like it'll be more of an elopement. I don't think she would, I feel like she would blow up the wedding industrial complex if she tried to do some big kind of wedding. But I think that this marriage really is going to change things. And I think that it is objectively positive. Like, regardless of how you feel about Taylor Swift, like I would not consider myself a diehard Swiftie. I was not like a Swiftie for you.
That's cope. She's literally only saying that because Taylor Swift is like a Kamala Harris booster. So she has to keep her right-wing bona fides, okay? Bona fides. By being like, oh, I don't even like fuck with Taylor Swift like that. I was like, come on, you're literally losing your fucking mind over this.
Years and years and years, but I do love her music, and I think that she's a really interesting person and a really interesting case study, and she's really important when it comes to our culture. But I do think...
I'm sorry, dude, every diehard Swiftie unironically says that, including but not limited to QTCindarella. You started dropping lyrics. Like, you started with lyrical analysis. You're a diehard Swiftie. The fuck?
That this is objectively positive, and what I was trying to say is that even if you are not a diehard fan, you should see this as something that is good. And I know that conservatives like to rag on her. Trump was posting, a couple months ago being like, I ended her, she's irrelevant. No, she's not. Like, love her or hate her, she is incredibly, incredibly influential. She is incredibly popular, and we should be rooting for her to set a good example for women and men around the world. And I think that she is doing that with this engagement, with this marriage. So anyway, I wish her all the best. This was a very exciting thing to spend my day reading about. And then for any of the chicks out there who are interested in her ring, because I was 100% interested in it, it's stunning. It's like very intricate. It looked antique. So I texted our jeweler that made my engagement ring with Alex, who's become a really good friend of ours. That feels like so bougie to say, but he just has become a good friend. And I was like, I need information about this. So according to Oren, that's his name, according to Oren, it is an elongated old mine cut ring, and most likely antique or antique inspired. And he said that it's really rare to have a mine cut that is that big. So just saying, good job, Travis. Allegedly,
yeah, that's what I say when I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I panic called my jeweler, who is now my friend, to get additional details about what kind of cut the ring was.
It was like $550,000, which is like literally insane. But also she's a billionaire and he makes however much money from like the NFL and Pfizer. So it is to be expected. Anyway, that is your update about Taylor Swift. Those are the reasons
she had to throw Pfizer in there.
Why you should care. I think this is good for culture. It is good for society. It is good for young women. This is setting a great example. And also, it just has to be said, for the guys online who say that women like hit a wall at 28 years old, who say you're never gonna have kids after 28 or 30, you're never gonna have any prospects, you're never gonna get married.
Oh, she's getting too woke. She's doing, hold up, cut this part out. That's too woke. You can't be saying that. You're a right-wing commentator. What is this?
Come on. Taylor Swift just got engaged at 35 years old. She is at the top of her career. She is so happy. She is succeeding. She is thriving. She is stunning. She's not hit the wall. So if you are not engaged or married by 28 or 30 or 35, just know you have not hit the wall. It is not too late.
Wait, what do you mean? Okay, never mind. Even her like woke argument still revolves around getting married, as in that's the ultimate goal of every woman. Bro, you're talking about a billionaire. Fuck you mean she hit the wall. She is basically like a deity, okay, in modern day. She is worshipped by half of society automatically. What the fuck? What do you mean? Hey, ladies, if you're 28 and still not married, don't worry. You haven't hit a wall. Your worth is, of course, still measured by whether or not you can secure a man and be a loyal and faithful wife to said man and bear his children. But you can still do that at the age of 28, at the age of 30. It's like, what do you mean? At first, I thought she was going to make a woke argument like you're not measured by your age. Your societal worth should not be matched up with like your capabilities for like child rearing or something. But she's like, nah, it is. It's just you can still do it. Also, the person she's pointing to in this situation is, once again, Taylor fucking Swift. Like, you can still become a multi-billionaire. And then you can find a man at the age of 38 or 30, whatever, how old she is. Not 38. I'm sorry. 28 is what she was saying. It's so crazy. It's all busted.
This is always something to strive for. Love is something that you should seek out. You should find a good man. You should find a good woman. And you should not be red-pilled by people on the internet. Black-pilled by people on the internet. So that's my message for you today. All right. See you guys later.
This morning, President...
Yeah, Trump fires the Federal Reserve governor. Boring. Okay, one last thing I want to point to here is Charlie Kirk's assessment, okay?
Why Taylor Swift has been so just kind of annoyingly liberal over the last couple of years is that she's not yet married and she doesn't have children. I say this non-sarcastically. I say this as a husband and a father. Having children changes you. Getting married.
Dog, you got worse. So I don't know. Maybe not the best argument. You became a worse person in the last, you were already pretty bad. And it was actually remarkable because, people were saying, can he get worse? Is that even physically possible? And then he was like, no, I can prove it.
Married changes you. And I hope that America's biggest pop star marrying the pharmaceutical spokesperson.
These guys are crazy, man. You're talking about fucking Travis Kelce, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy to me to talk about a fucking Chiefs tight end like this. This is so soy, objectively. Okay? This motherfucker plays in the NFL, and these guys are so butthurt that, 3-time Super Bowl champion, tight end for the Chiefs, fucking Travis Kelce is a Pfizer spokesperson. Shut the fuck up, dude. That is crazy. This is the type of shit that I think unironically pisses people off more when they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, yeah, he did a Pfizer sponsorship. Yeah, this is no different than when people call football sports ball. It is. It's got real sports ball energy. Shut up, nerd. Is he doing the receding hairstyle? I don't know what's going on with this. I've never seen a widow's peak like this. He literally has the Vegeta cut straight up. It's so funny because his head shape looks exactly like a balloon. So, even if he were to buzz that shit off, he's cooked. Because, eventually he's supposed to give that up, right? And when he does, it's going to look even crazier. Because it's just going to straight up look like an egg. He looks like a cartoon character running around looking like Kakarot. Talking about can't even go Super Saiyan. It's so bad.
Ends up conservatizing them. Taylor Swift might de-radicalize herself. She might come back down to reality. I want them to have lots of children. It teaches you something about yourself. Deep down, I think Taylor Swift actually was raised as a conservative that has gotten kind of caught up in this metropolitan liberal stuff, and she doesn't quite have an attachment to the conservative backbone that she was raised in, but this might reattach her in the best possible way. And I'm not saying this sarcastically. I've seen this happen time and time again. When people start to get married and have children, it starts to change your politics. It starts to clarify your worldview. And for Taylor Swift, who obviously is very popular and incredibly
Bro, that's crazy.
Supported, Taylor Swift might go from a cat lady to a JD Vance supporter.
I just don't understand. First of all, ew, gross. Do these guys unironically think that like people who are liberal don't get married or something? Like, is that like a legitimate thing that's happening over there? I mean, fuck it. They just hallucinate everything regardless. So they might as well hallucinate this too, you know? Like they just made it up in their minds. They're like, people on the left don't get married. People who are liberals don't get married, obviously. And when you do get married, you become conservative. Like, what? You're just wish casting.
And I think we should celebrate that. I think that Taylor Swift having 2 or 3 children, she should have more children than she has houses. That is my challenge, Taylor Swift. And I'm not being sarcastic. I think that if she ends up having children, she'll stop this kind of liberal endorsing Joe Biden nonsense. And we want Taylor Swift on Team America. We want you to leave the island of the wokies. And we would welcome you with open arms. One of the reasons why so many people on the right have been just skeptical or at least a little bit negative on Taylor Swift is up until this point, that's not a great role model for young women to wait all.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan myself. Okay. But how the is a person who is like endlessly successful and doesn't really have any sort of serious controversy associated with her, not a positive role model for young women? As a matter of fact, her consistent avoidance of even putting her name out there and associating herself with like progressive politics is part of that process. She's the most brand safe institution you can point to. Charlie Kirk is advocating for a reality that does not exist, okay? It does not make any goddamn sense when I tried to analyze this from the liberal monolithic culture that we exist under, the liberal hegemony that we exist under. Like, why the fuck shouldn't the average wine mom or wine dad not look to Taylor Swift as like a positive role model for their children? Why? Because she wasn't married until 35? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, she's not barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen for her husbando. Very strange, very stupid fucking assessment.
It's a great chance for Taylor Swift now to get married and have a ton of children. You can certainly afford it, Taylor. And Taylor Swift has been all, through America and the ups and the downs. And if you feel that violent shaking in your home, that is the earthquake of the pop culture. If you hear that high-pitched scream, those are the young ladies on your block screaming. And honestly, Pfizer pays well, baby. I mean, Pfizer pays the bills. That is quite a ring, Mr. Kelce. I'm impressed. I got to be honest. We don't know exactly how much Pfizer paid you to peddle that product, but boy, you brought in the Benjamins.
3-time Super Bowl winner, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, he's not just a NFL guy. He is an incredibly famous NFL tight end who won 3 Super Bowl rings. What the fuck are you saying? It's not Pfizer, okay? It's every other brand deal that he has on top of that. Yeah, his career earnings is like $100 million. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, dude, the Pfizer. It's Pfizer. He just got the Pfizer. Remember, he got the Pfizer money. He's woke. Like as though that's a fucking own.
That is some impressive carrots right there. That right there has its own zip code. I'm impressed. All kidding and sarcasm aside, this is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative, engage in reality more and get outside of the abstract clouds, reject feminism, submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge. And most importantly,
dude, what happened to shame? Anytime I hear unfiltered commentary from any conservative, I'm like, you should be ashamed to have these words come out of your mouth, dude. Oh, submit to your husband. Like, what? Like, you have a wife. Does your wife not hear you say this shit? Like, I don't get it. Do you not feel some type of way when you hear your husband talk like this? The father to your daughter talk like this? What a psychotic thing to talk about. What a psychotic thing to say. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me that you are not even remotely embarrassed. These guys are constantly looking for like new master slave dynamics. Like where it's not enough to just like have a permanent underclass with like undocumented migrants. It's not enough to constantly like relitigate this false sense of racial superiority with white supremacy. It's like women are also second class too. Everybody but me. They just gotta find new metas. I mean, it's not a new meta necessarily. It is the oldest meta, one might even say. But it's so stupid to try to fucking relitigate this in 2025, especially with words such as this, especially when talking about clearly the more prominent person in that relationship being Taylor Swift. Why can't they be equal partners? That should be enough, right? Regardless of people's like financial circumstances, that should be your goal. A marriage is supposed to be a lifelong partnership between two even partners, your equal partner. What, like, how can you, this is what I never understand about the way these guys operate. Like, why the fuck would you ever make a lifelong commitment to a human being that you clearly do not respect at all, that you unironically actively undermine the humanity of? It doesn't make sense. You must not respect yourself. Either you're faking or there's just something completely busted in this. Why the fuck would you literally make a lifelong commitment to a person that you are supposed to spend every fucking waking moment with? A person who is going to shape your next generation, a person who is going to turn around and you know, help in the process of raise your kids, a person who is going to be half the fucking gene pool of like whatever you're bringing out. And you literally think that person is not a peer, is not a partner, is not an equal. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that to yourself even? Do you really believe this? Oh, I got married because I could just like have a slave in my house. What the fuck? I don't understand it, dude. I don't. When are you supposed to debate this quad? No, it's happening next month. In a couple weeks, actually. Not that far out.
I can't wait to go to a Taylor Kelce concert. I can't say it without laughing. You got to change your name. If not, you don't really mean it. Congratulations, Taylor.
I don't fucking understand this at all, bro. I don't. It's so fucking disrespectful. Like, you must be servile to your husband. You must be your husband's servant. He's the one that wears the pants now. Like, you only say that when you're insecure about whatever you're fucking lacking in your own personal relationship, that you have to constantly relitigate this. You have to constantly bring it up. It's like insecure manosphere losers all the time talking about how fucking macho they are, how masculine they are, how alpha they are. It's like, oh, you're lacking. You have a deep-seated, deep-rooted insecurity within yourself. You are an incredibly, unimaginably insecure person. So you constantly have to reinforce this kind of sentiment to make yourself feel better. Okay? And the same goes for every different kind of bigotry, for sure. But in this conversation, like constantly reminding people how things are supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. A woman is your servant. You're doing that because you're just insecure. That's it. Why the fuck would you develop a lifelong partnership and constantly have to deal with, if you truly believe this, right? You're sharing this space with this person. You're sharing your darkest secrets with this person. Why would you ever do that with someone you don't respect? Do you have no self-respect whatsoever? I guess the answer is yes. He's such a goddamn brown noser that he's just a vehicle for whatever conservative sentiment must be spat out to as broad an audience as possible. That it is just like deep-seated insecurity. I don't know. I will never understand that. If you don't respect women in general, then why the fuck would you ever spend an entire lifetime with one? Why would you be confident enough to assume that they're going to be able to raise your next of kin? you're just locking yourself into a horrible situation. You got to fix your own brain before you get there, you know? I don't think it's a partnership to them, it's ownership. Yeah, but that's like, that doesn't make any sense. Do you not understand what I mean here? What do you think is a healthier alternative? Having a lifelong confidant and an even partner that you respect, or owning property? One is an incredibly lonely, incredibly arduous self-own that you engage in. If you don't fix your fucking mindset about women broadly and you entertain this notion of marriage, then you're just cooking yourself for no fucking reason. Like literally no reason whatsoever. You're just stuck. It makes no sense.